Alright, we got the introduction to Taurus. Let's get right into it. So, Taurus, you're born between April 20th and May 20th. Your duality is feminine. Your element is earth. Your quality, you're a fixed sign. Taurus is quiet, affectionate, patient, stable, determined, and practical, stubborn, and resistant to change. Your ruling planet is Venus, which means you are attracted to the beauty and the arts, pleasure, and emotions. You are influenced toward a love of luxury and exceptional creative ability. Your animal is the bull, and which means that you're strong, stubborn, plodding, and can be fierce and gentle. The glyph of Taurus means I'm going to go into different meanings with this, but the glyph of Taurus means a half moon forming a cup that rests on the circle of the sun. The cup represents material power and wealth derived through the force of will. The moon is also exalted in the Taurus because of that half cup thing. This means that your energy is most active and able to flow freely. The Taurus glyph is also an esoteric symbol of the throat. The circle may represent the throat itself, while the bull's horns and tubes that connect to the throat and the ears. And the throat and the ears is what is also like your parts of the body. Therefore, and the circle in the glyph can also be interpreted as a symbol of unmanifested divine potential. And the horns can be viewed as initial like forms of light. So your highest soul purpose of Taurus is to achieve enlightenment by releasing personal attachment, and this is also indicated because your opposite sign is Scorpio, which we'll get into briefly, but then in the other videos I'll get into more in depth. Patience, strength, and the determination of the bull can overcome all obstacles of spiritual awakening. So you can be a conduit for light and its journey into form. In other words, emotions, as much as you can create them, you can also be attracted to them. So you might find, for an instance, because of the relation to your moon, that when you're around people and you're positive, you add into that positivity. Sometimes if you're positive, you can also overcome the dark forces in the room, but if you're in a depressed mood, you can do the same thing. You can make people depressed, and you can also attract that depression. So it's best to be thinking positive and in forms of light than it is for you to be thinking negative and dwelling and going into a depression. So now we're going to go into your polarity, which is Scorpio. And so Taurus is a sign of property and money, material possessions. You regard collecting these possessions and are known to cling to what is yours. Scorpio is the sign of legacies and shared wealth. The wealth of Scorpio people tend to be spiritual rather than material, which they give to others in the form of teaching, writing, and the healing arts. So that's one of your goals in life, is to learn to be more spiritual and to let go of the earthly possessions, the material possessions. The neck and throat are what rules Taurus. You have a beautiful speaking and singing voices. You are vulnerable to colds, laryngitis, sore throat, and thyroid problems. You also have a tendency to be violent in violent situations that have to do with love or money. Taurus often antagonizes others and incites the passions of lovers because of their stubbornness and possessiveness. That's just kind of like the danger in a way, like what you need to watch out for. I'm not saying that happens all the time, but that's like the dark negative version of. So be wary of that. So this is going to go ahead and end the Taurus introduction video. I will get more in depth into the sign in the next one, where we'll go more into the sun characteristics and everything like that. So everyone have a good one. Peace out.